Coming up on GolfDestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda, we look at some of the best golf holes on Prince Edward Island, Canada. Plus, we'll offer our opinions on other categories, including the best starting and finishing holes, the most picturesque, and the most difficult. All of that and more next. Welcome to GolfDestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda. Prince Edward Island is Canada's #1 golf destination, and it's no secret why, with its internationally known golf courses and beautiful scenic vistas. It's a true paradise for golfers of all abilities. Today, we look at some of the best golf holes on the island. First, we'll look at the best par 3s on Prince Edward Island. The first par 3 is the 7th at Fox Meadow.
We have 2 or 3 water holes, one of them which you see behind me here. This is our feature hole number 7, short par 3. It really provides a nice landscape for the golfer that aesthetics is important to.
This delightful downhill hole plays 143 yards from the tips. Choose the right club and you'll be putting for birdie. The par 3 10th at Brudenell is named Shimmering Water, and for good reason. This short par 3 of only 135 yards forces you to hit over water while the teeing area is surrounded by water.
There is some movement on the green, not such big tiers, but more constant slope from back to front. So nothing, super exaggerated, but it is there.
Belfast par 3 9th hole is one of the more picturesque golf holes on PEI.
It's a golf course that people sort of stumble upon. There's lots of golf courses on PEI that sort of bring you to PEI. This is sort of one you find once you get here. From 7 of our 9 holes, you can see the water. That's what people notice first when they get here. When you roll in the parking lot and you see that view looking over the 9th green, you can really tell you're somewhere different.
Crowbush has many great golf holes, and the par 3 8th is certainly one of them. This elevated par 3 requires anything from a 7-iron to a 3-wood, depending on the wind. It also provides one of the best vistas on PEI.
8 is a great par 3 along the ocean. From the white tees, it's 165. From the crow tees, it's 230. Even from the whites, you can hit anything from a 3-wood to an 8-iron, depending on the wind.
Clyde River's par 3 on the 18th hole on the Cameron 9 plays only 115 yards, but bunkers protect this green. Stanhope's 13th is another par 3 that offers a tremendous view, but a challenge of 146 yards over water. Club selection and the wind are big factors in playing this hole correctly. The 7th hole at Eagles View may not be long at only 125 yards, but it is as demanding as it is beautiful. Those are our top par 3s on Prince Edward Island. Let us know what you think on our Facebook page. Before we go to break, we'd also like to take a look at what we think is the best opening hole on Prince Edward Island. It's the first hole at Dunderave, named Drawbridge. The rich red PEI soil fills the bunkers and lets the golfer know that this experience will be a lot different than that of its sister course, Brudenell. The first hole, like many good first holes, lets you warm up with a wide driving area. Don't relax too much, as bunkers protect a gently sloping green.
From the tee, you get a look of, wow, this is a wild beast or something. The grass is bent, so it's a little lighter green, and the sand is the red native sand. So you've got the red sand, the light green, and some fescue in some areas. So it's got this wild look, but once you get to the fairway, You know, you look right, you look left, there's actually a lot of room for that little ball. People, if they choose, you know, the proper tee deck to play, which we encourage, they can have a great time.
Up next on GolfDestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda, we look at the strongest par 4s on Canada's #1 golf destination, Prince Edward Island. Plus, we'll later look at a PEI institution based on fun and ice cream when we return.
Prince Edward Island is Canada's #1 golf destination. It's no mystery why. PEI features some of Canada's finest award-winning golf courses, all within 45 minutes of one another. Plus, a vibrant local culture, world-renowned seafood, and nearly 500 miles of the warmest beaches north of the Carolinas. Golf PEI makes planning your trip easy with their full-service online and direct call center. Golf PEI does the work so you can focus on your game, our way of life.
The par 4s. If you score well on these, you'll have a good round. The par 4s on any course tells you of a course's character and quality. Now let's take a look at the best par 4s on Prince Edward Island. Glen Afton's par 4 13th hole plays 386 yards with a dogleg to the right. Don't go too far right or your ball will find ocean. Your approach is about 150 yards over a pond to a green that slopes up with a bunker and ocean at the back. Glasgow Hills features great elevation changes, and the par 4 18th is no different with its gradual incline. It was a finalist as one of the best closing holes on the island. This finishing hole plays 449 yards, and it is a dogleg right and a worthy hole to settle any match. The 15th at Anderson's Creek offers 9 tee decks. This par 4 of 393 is all about the elevated approach shot. Check the pin placement when you're on the tee.
15 is one of my favorite golf holes, and that comes from any golf course. So if you're a big hitter, you just like to rip at it, it's just a perfect setup.
The par 4 7th at Mill River, named Hunter's Spring, features a split fairway with water in the middle. A great test played from the back tees at 419 yards. This hole is wrought with danger.
It's a real thinking person's golf course, a lot of memorable holes, especially the hole that we're on here, number 7. The type of holes that you just won't see anywhere else. A lot of memorable moments.
Dunderave's 8th hole is a par 4 that rivals any par 4 around the world. Set in natural beauty, the Emerald Altar, as it is known, requires a well-placed drive in the fairway. The green is beautifully framed with tall trees and water views. Simply breathtaking. Another beautiful golf hole that demands your attention on Prince Edward Island is the Green Gables 13th. This dogleg left par 4 of 443 yards takes you down to the Gulf of St. Lawrence and its roaring surf. Red Sands par 4 3rd hole plays up to 300 yards, but it's all uphill. Your approach is to an 8,000 square foot green. Don't 3-putt this green for bogey. Our last featured par 4 is at Crowbush. The 16th plays along the beach and offers the typical breathtaking views you get used to while playing there. It plays only 360 yards from the tips, but you have a blind approach to the green.
16 is a great hole. It's a forced carry over an inlet. You're playing right alongside the ocean the whole way. There's usually a gentle island breeze or a little stronger to affect your shot. And you get up to a pretty small green with some severe undulations. So even when you get to the green, the work is not done.
With the variety and beauty that we've showcased so far on Prince Edward Island, Mark McLean from Golf PEI joins us to tell us more about Canada's #1 golf destination.
PEI regularly has more than 1 million visitors each year. We have great golf courses. They're all very close together. We have world-class courses. We've had as many as 10 courses in the top 100 in Canada at one time. All the golf courses are so close together. We're a great family destination as well. You can play golf in the morning, go to the beach in the afternoon, see Anne of Green Gables play at night, which has been running for 47 years. We have fantastic attractions for families, and the food is fantastic. We have famous PEI mussels, oysters, lobsters. It's just a fantastic place to visit. We're really fortunate that many of our golf courses have abroad resorts right on the premises with the courses at Rod Crowbush Resort, Rod Brudenell, and Rod Mill River. And actually Rod Mill River was the actual host of the reality show on the Golf Channel, The Big Break, back in 2009. It was the first time that the Big Break show was actually hosted outside of the U.S. The brand is really strong at Golf PEI. We have our own website at golfpei.com, toll-free phone number 1-866-GOLF-PEI. That allows the golfer to reach out to us very easily. On the website, we have all the packages that we regularly sell. You can build your own type of package there that we'll do, and we have very experienced staff that has access to tee sheets, access to accommodations, to make it easy for the golfer. It's easy to get to Prince Edward Island. We have an airport. We have the Confederation Bridge, which was built in 1997, which is more than 8 miles long. It is an attraction in its own, which brings golfers here. We have a direct flight from New York City that runs from July to September, which is a great market for us. And we also have that market from the Boston area and New England that's very, very popular. We draw from all over Canada and the U.S. We are Canada's #1 golf destination.
Up next, we take a look at some of the top par 5s on Prince Edward Island. And later, we look at some other categories when the great golf holes of Prince Edward Island continues on golfdestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda.
Prince Edward Island, Canada's #1 golf destination. Play some of Canada's finest golf courses, all within 45 minutes of one another. You'll find that just right mix of natural scenery, masterful course design, a vibrant local culture, and abundant off-the-course activities. Golf PEI makes planning your vacation easy with their full-service online and direct call center. Golf PEI does the work so you can focus on your game, our way of life.
Welcome back to golfdestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda. Now let's look at the top par 5s on Canada's #1 golf destination. Let's start off with a par 5 third hole at Green Gables. This hole can play to nearly 546 yards, but it also plays slightly downhill. Avoid the fairway bunkers on your tee shot. Keep your head down as the Gulf of St. Lawrence swells on the horizon.
And obviously with the wind from the North Shore here, every day, different club in your hand can always pose another little thought process before you take your shot.
The par 5 8th hole at Eagles Glen requires a steady hand and a well thought out plan. Clear the stream valley and stay clear of the large capped bunker that enters the landing area. The green is elevated. The 12th at Country View is a par 5 measuring 548 yards. Play it as a 3-shot hole. Hit them well, and you'll be rewarded with par. Fox Meadows 18th is a tree-line finishing hole that has decided many matches. From the members' tees, it plays at 519 yards. 5 bunkers come into play as you hit your approach shot to the green. Brudenell's 11th hole offers great risk, but you will either be rewarded or devastated on this hole. You'll just have to carry the water that fronts the green.
The par 5 number 11 runs right along the river. Good risk-reward hole, a good drive off the tee, gives you an easy chance at a birdie on number 11.
Finally, Glasgow Hill's 17th has multiple tee boxes. Get your ball in the fairway and then the challenge begins. It plays only 500 yards from the back, but your approach is at least a club and a half difference. Lofted shots into the green are rewarded, while lower shots will not hold the green.
17 is probably our most talked about hole. It starts way up high in the trees. One of the nicer driving holes you'll ever see, particularly here in PEI, way down into the valley, and then you go way back up to a tabletop green. It is a 3-shot hole, but it's just a stunning hole to play. We get our most comments, good and bad, about that hole, but it's a beautiful hole to play.
You've played your round of golf, and you want to try something that's truly unique to the island. Why not visit Cow's, a combination of fun and delicious ice cream?
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Cow's Creamery. Our 4 o'clock factory tour is now going to start, so if you'd like to move on over and go on into the Milky Way Theater. To start off the tour, we're going to have a brief video on the history of cows and how it first got started, so enjoy the movie.
Taking an island family recipe from the time of Anne of Green Gables, making it slowly and taking the time to get it just right, so that customers everywhere will remember that taste forever and ever.
This is where all of our t-shirts are printed, so all the t-shirts that you're going to see in any of our cow stores come right from here. So this is where all the magic happens. And it's a pretty tiny room, as you can see. It's much smaller than most people would think with the amount of ice cream that we produce, but this is it. We have a cooperative dairy called ADL up in Summerside. So we get our cream from them, and then they ship it down here, and that's the cream that we use to make our ice cream.
Of course, we scoop our ice cream into our freshly baked waffle cones made with our own secret recipe.
This cheese, it's our extra old cheddar, and it was actually sent to Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix, and it won first prize. And you can get your sample of Wowie Cowie ice cream.
Up next, we close with the best finishing hole, most picturesque hole, and the most difficult hole on Prince Edward Island, when GolfDestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda, continues.
Golf PEI is an incredible resource when planning your Prince Edward Island golf trip. Their live call center will help you plan your stay and play package while offering great insight on what to do after your round is complete. Visit them at www.golfpei.ca or by phone at 866-GOLF-PEI.
We've shown you some of the best holes on Prince Edward Island. Now, let's look at some unique categories. The best finishing hole. Dunderave's 18th hole is a fantastic closing hole. Named Victory Chimes, this par 5 measures 522 yards from the tips. 10 red clay bunkers come into play during your journey to the green. There's also water on the right-hand side. The green is elevated and protected by deep bunkers. Jack Nicklaus birdied this hole to beat Tom Watson in a Legends of Golf event. The most picturesque hole. Without a doubt, it's the 11th at Crowbush. It's well worth the 52 steps you need to climb to get there. When you step on the tee, your first reaction is to enjoy the panoramic views of the Gulf of St. Lawrence. But you soon realize that when you turn to look at this par 5, it is just as gorgeous as the entire course plays out right in front of you. It's beautiful, but also beastly. A bucket list hole, if ever there was one.
Number 11, of course, is one of our beauties. It's the highest point of the golf course. It's an amazing view. You can look down the beach that we see here. You can look over to your right and see what looks like you'd think you were in Scotland. And you can look towards the clubhouse and it looks like Upper New York State.
The most demanding hole. Brudenell's second hole takes everything you have. A demanding par 4 that plays uphill. You need to hit 2 great shots, otherwise you'll be scrambling to save par. Well, thanks for joining us on GolfDestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda. If you don't agree or have thoughts on the best from Prince Edward Island, let us know via Facebook. Remember to visit us online at GolfDestination.tv. It's a great resource of video content from golf destinations around the globe. Plus, you'll find a link to our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube pages. We hope you enjoyed our tour of the finest golf holes of Prince Edward Island. Till next time, this is Bill Jones.